I really considered Alex a father, and I've known him for 4 years. I met Alex over 42 years ago when I arrived to St. Martin, having been delayed because my plane crashed. My plane crashed and I was supposed to be on. Okay. Total disclosure. My father was many witnesses. Alex was in St. Martin when I was 26. Right there. My father didn't shave. Mr. Goodman tell you that plane crashed. Nobody was on it. Nobody survived. I couldn't believe it that I wasn't on that plane. And these poor, I think it was 10 schoolgirls from St. Martin who'd gone through all the work. So that was our introduction. Because Alex tell you that plane crashed. Nobody was on it. Nobody survived. So I couldn't believe it that I wasn't on that plane. And these poor, I think it was 10 schoolgirls from St. Martin who'd gone through all the work. So that was our introduction. Because Alex then asked my father, were there any times you jumped for joy? And he said this morning, that biography never worked because my father kind of person that wanted to talk that way. It created this to be part of his family. So when I come down and visit my son in East LA, I stay right there. And every time I stayed, I would come over and Alex would and there everybody would be bringing my coffee and tea. And so this was home, that was home, everything was home. When I left, this gesture of Alex. And I won.
Well, Alex is a fairly distant relation of mine, but we have a large family and the distance doesn't really matter. And I grew up in Mar Vista, quite close by. The rest of our family is on the East Coast, so to have this family close by was very important for my family, and I spent a lot of time at this house when I was a small child with Alex and Jane. And I remember we used to crack walnuts and make small boats out of walnuts and light a little bit of oil in them, and they would drift around, and this was like this magical place that I would come. And you know, as I moved back to Los Angeles after college, and Alex was quite elderly, obviously, and I kind of came down here a few times with my mother, and then I started coming alone to have breakfast with him, because I think it's very rare for young people to have friends who are very old, in their 90s, and to get that kind of wisdom passed down in this day and age was something that really meant a lot to me. And you know, I read this book recently, and I can't recommend it enough. And to reveal this brain that works like no other that I knew, with this timeless wisdom for an age that will never return, was something that I have valued so much over the last few years and throughout my life. And I will miss the magic that he brought to me, and that I think he brought to many of us. And that's what I have to say. That's it already.
If anyone else cares to say or share anything, now would be a great time. We would love that. And then we also would like to thank the Figtree, which has a little something to thank them. So if anybody...
I'll say something briefly. I wasn't planning on saying anything. My name is Art White Chamberlain. I've known Jefferson since college. We went to school together, but so I'm the family by extension. Alex and Jane I met many times. And I guess in retrospect, what impresses me, what I like a lot, what impresses me a lot is a couple for many, many years. And a really strong kind of, hard to imagine them apart kind of couple. But it definitely seemed like Jane was the one that got things done. And Alex was the great man who was thinking. This is how it appeared to me, I don't know. But Jane was, and Jane thought plenty too, and they were both very productive creatively, but Jane seemed like that's where the rubber met the road. And so Alex could stay up on some other level. And what impresses me a lot is that, what I'm happy to hear is that once Jane passed, Alex seems to have had this very rich, lively, self-sufficient existence for the years since. And I'm actually really happy to hear that, because it could have, I wouldn't have been surprised if it had gone a different way. So I'm happy to hear from everyone here who probably saw him, who did see him more often recently, what a rich life he had, even without Jane, who was, you can imagine what it was before. So I'm happy to hear that.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, well, I'm just going to read two paragraphs from Dad's latest version of his memoirs.
You guys do
For the Figtree people.
No, they have to.
It's just so wild that, he's been working on this memoir for 100 years or so, and keeps revising it and making it more interesting and better stories. He finished this on Sunday. Wow. Literally, Sunday we got the copies, and even my brother, who would get the copy and mail it to me, said, I think this is the one. I think actually he's not going to write another version. And the very last page, there's a poem, which Samantha's going to read right after I'm finished, and the paragraph before is this one. Nearly every day for the past 30 years and more, we said good morning to the Pacific Ocean. At first, we ran along the beach. In later years, we walked. And finally, we did stretching exercise, or simply stood in silent communication with seagulls, fins, plunging brown pelicans, an occasional seal or two, and the bicycle birds, as I dubbed them, who skirt the waves on their tiny legs quicker than the eye can follow. My own legs won't take me across the wide beach now, but I still find my way, our way, back again. Jane and I invariably capped our homage to the Pacific with breakfast at the welcoming waterfront Figtree's Cafe. Nowadays, old friends on the Figs roster, including Austin, Carlos, Efron, George, Karen, Mael, Napo, Ricky, Bianca, Elizabeth, in concert with owner Jose, bring me my customary latte and pancake, ! I bow to and enjoy their generous hospitality. Last paragraph at the end of his book. That's the end, and then there's his final poem, which Samantha's going to read.
This is called Post-Mortem. Jane planted love, banished fear, and made very sure for sheer beauty upon us here. Afterward, she passed beyond the rock-buckled burial tomb to find a sunrise attic room. She and I shall soon explore the fathomless mythosphere from her further horizon door. Aww.